Hey everyone, it's Alicia Arts. If you haven't seen in my recent shorts, I'm doing a 30-day challenge where I spin a wheel with 30 different themes on it. Some are hard and some are easy. So I thought I would do a recap as we are halfway through the challenge and talk a bit about my drawings. Let's get into day 1. So I thought I'd do a summer drink as it's coming up to summer, and I always like to start up with my rough sketch and then go with my definite outline, and I thought a couple of ice cubes floating around in the drink would make it look pretty cute, and I liked the idea of mixing 3 colours together just to get that gradient in the drink, and I think the lemon in the corner really brings it together, and I think it turned out pretty good. So for this theme, I thought I'd draw a fairy mushroom house just instead of drawing some general mushrooms, because I wanted it to have some little windows and a cute picket fence and some stepping stones in the grass as well, as I think they're cute little add-ons to this drawing. And the colour on the bottom of the mushroom didn't turn out as well as I wanted it to, so I thought I'd make it a little bit darker just so the top of the mushroom could stand out that bit more. And shading and detail is a really key part in my drawings for me. I also drew a dark blue night sky because I think that's a lot better than just drawing a plain black sky, and I don't know why, but blending's always my favourite part. I just find it so satisfying, and I thought I'd draw a little mushroom chimney as I think that's a cute little add-on, as well as the shooting stars in the sky as well. I did really struggle on the grass, but I think I got there in the end, and I do really like this drawing. I actually love Pachaco so much because he's just a cute little dog who somehow manages to have one ear up and one ear down. So instead of just doing one drawing of him, I did a doodle page, and I also readjusted the ears on that top one because they just weren't looking right at all. I just filled the page with him doing a range of emotions, but I think my favourite one has to be the swimming one because he just looks so cute there. I also drew things that I know he likes, like skateboarding and football and banana ice cream. That's why I drew him reaching out to it, because he loves banana ice cream. Now this one was definitely one of the harder ones as I've never drawn a landscape drawing before, but I think it turned out well in the end. And at the start I did draw the mountain not wide enough, so I did go on later on and edit that to be a little bit wider. And the sky, one of my favourite parts, but the grass, I did struggle with that quite a lot, adding in the flowers and getting it to blend together. So at the end I did just chuck on a bunch of dots and hopefully it looked good enough to look like flowers. I struggled with the sea on this one because I couldn't really get the colours right, so I originally did do this, but I think I used too much of a darker shade at the top because it didn't really blend in well. So I did go in with a different brush and I added a bit of shading onto the sea foam there, and I finally managed to get the sea to look good enough. And I wanted to add some footprints in the sand, so I thought it would be a little easier to just use the lasso tool and select it. And I wanted to kind of make it look like someone sort of walked over to the sea, so I put some flip-flops down and I drew a little heart in the sand just to make it look cute. I did import this body from one of my other drawings which I've shown here because I do really struggle with drawing bodies. Now with the hobby one, this one was actually quite difficult because I was originally going to draw like a painter's messy table or something, but then I did end up really struggling with that, so I thought I'd do an about me page which included my hobbies as well. I drew myself in one of my favourite outfits. I did struggle with the glasses, so I just decided to draw big square glasses. I originally was going to do this pink background where I blended it all together and stuff, but pink isn't really one of my favourite colours and it really didn't match with the sort of vibe I was going for on this page. I don't think the pink and yellow mixed well together, and yellow is my favourite colour. So in the end I decided to do this sort of baby yellow with a dark yellow border. I thought it'd be a nice little add-on to do certain things like sectioning them off with little borders like with the hobbies and my favourite animals, and I love orange juice so much. And I thought I'd draw a cutesy little picture here of me and my sister because I love her so much and she definitely deserved to be on this page. And I did a bit of cheeky advertising and I just started to doodle sort of other random things that I like and my favourite film as well. I loved how this drawing turned out. This robot one was definitely one of the hard ones and did take me quite a while to get there, but I did have my ideas with it, so I kind of wanted to draw this sort of squarish head and I wanted to draw like a cog wire rib cage and a cute face, and the antennas kind of reminded me of Psychic, which is another show that I enjoy. I did really enjoy drawing this one, but because I struggled to sort of make it realistic, I decided to make it more cartoony, which is sort of more my style anyway. And I did struggle with the logo, so I did import the Dr. Pepper logo. And with the background, I decided to do it like that because it reminded me of the new Dr. Pepper logo background. So I thought it would be a good idea to sort of combine them together. I did try to add a little bit of shading onto the bottom of the can as well. So with this one, I was sort of more going with vibrant and pastel colours, and I didn't do a sketch for this one, I just went straight with the outline. I really enjoyed doing this piece as well because it didn't have to be realistic. I wanted it to sort of be more cartoony and more of a doodle page like the Pachaco one as well. I still added a lot of detail and shading into this one. As you can see, I'm adding the sugar on the rainbow belt. I added quite a lot of highlights onto the sweets as well, just to sort of give it that more realistic look to it, even though I am going for more of a cartoony vibe. I did add quite a lot of highlighting onto the lollipops just to sort of make them pop out and look a little bit more realistic than the rest of the page. And I was a little stuck on with what to draw for the rest, so I did just write candy at the bottom. This one's sort of similar to the candy drawing that I did. I do like doing doodle pages. And I did draw out that avocado, but then I didn't like it, so I replaced it with the cherries. Again, I did add quite a lot of detail to this drawing with the highlights and the shading as well. I think the watermelon looks the best on this page, as it actually looks like one of the most realistic fruits on here. I did struggle with trying to do the shading for the banana, but I think it turned out pretty decent. I do love the blueberries on this page, and it's similar to one of my crane drawings I did. I really loved doing this page because it was just another doodle page, and I loved how it was day 11 for this one as well. Personally, my favourite character is Robin, and I honestly can't wait for season 5. I did struggle with trying to get the Stranger Things logo right, so I did trace for this one. I did add at least a doodle from every single season. I don't actually know, I think season 3 is my favourite. Comment down below which one's your favourite. There was a lot of detail and shading added into this one as well, and I was struggling with trying to fit the contemplation in there, but I managed to get it in the end. I love the little doodle of Max and Lucas going to the cinema. Honestly, I was literally sobbing at the scene with Max. I'm just adding the finishing touches here, and I did decide to change the lettering on the sign. I do love this piece with its vibrant colours. I did draw a sunflower for this one, as sunflower is my favourite flower. I was struggling to try to get the petals right with this one, but I ended up drawing some behind and it ended up looking a bit better. And then I just added some orange coming from the middle of the petals just to make it look a bit more realistic, and I added quite a bit of shading as well. And I'm just dotting around on the petals there just to make that look a bit better. I think the stem ended up turning out as one of the best parts, to be honest, because it actually looks really good and realistic. And I think when I just added the book page on at the end here, it just really brought it all together. I absolutely hate spiders. Whenever I see one, I actually want to flee the country. But this one was definitely one of my more quicker pieces, but it still had quite a lot of shading and detail to it. I think this is definitely one of my favourite pieces. It's sort of more of another doodle page. And I think on this page, I really like the way the dragonfly turned out, and I wanted to make him just look a bit more cuter by just giving him like big cartoony eyes and stuff. There's still a lot of detail and shading involved into this drawing. I think I do like the way the bug at the bottom turned out as well, with the shading on that. But the fan favourite so far has been the snail. I don't know why, I guess he's just like cute and derpy. I do really love the way the background turned out for this one as well. I really think it brought it all together. Now, because I love cats so much, I just had to turn this whole page into like kawaii cat food drawings. It is like another doodle page, but still, again, a lot of detail, and I thought I'd just turn those into cute little cats, and I did add some highlights onto there just to make those look a little bit realistic again as well. I did draw this cute little cat egg as well, and this little donut. This one took a lot, because for some reason I struggled with it. I actually don't know why, but I did, and I just added some really vibrant sprinkles there. But I think on this page my favourite might have to be the cat pancakes. I do love the way they did turn out in the end with the blueberries and strawberries on them as well. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.